Well, good morning, everybody. And it is Monday morning. Again, the days are long and the years are fast. Yes, it's whizzing by, isn't it? Almost the end of April. I'm going to do a sound check to see if everybody can hear me. So hold on, I'm going to go here and just check. See, testing, testing. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right. So, it's a wonderful day. The weather, I like the weather today, actually. So let's talk about what's going on. Last week, we had to cancel a class. And I just want to apologize one more time because that has never happened before. We've always been able to, if somebody can't make it, we've always been able to get a fill in, but last week we couldn't. However, the good news is that on Wednesday, from 9 to noon, not 10 to 1, but 9 to noon, Lee Barrett, the Nevada Commissioner of Real Estate, one of them, is going to do our law class. You won't want to miss it. Lee Barrett knows more about the law than anybody I know. He's a commissioner, and I'm just honored that he's going to do the class. So if you can, sign up at bee.vegas and take the class. You will learn the legislature's in session right now. So what that means is that there's laws that are being proposed, and we need to know how to raise our hand in the case that we object to some of these. And we want to do that. We really want to do that. Good morning, Miss Karen. How are you? How are you? And good morning, Frank. Happy day. And Karen says, I can hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what happened to Kane. I can't find him. He's around the building somewhere, but normally he does my sound check. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, we have, I don't know if anybody saw the paper yesterday, but we had $9.6 million sale on Millionaire Row, which set a record for this year. Now, I don't know if everybody remembers, but last year we set a record, I think, with a $14 million, yeah, look at my stats here, $14.4 million home last year. And I think that was at the Ridges. And this $9.6 million home, it's in Summerlin. And it's absolutely gorgeous if you happen to look at it. But what I'm here to tell you is we have sold 450 million and over homes this year, and last year for the whole year we only did 618. So we continue to sell the $1 million home market, and a lot of these before, a lot of our high-end buyers came from Southern California. But what's happening this year is they're coming from Chicago. They're coming from all parts of Northern California, as well as Southern California. So we've increased where they're coming from to where they make a difference in our market. And I love that higher end market is moving because we are building higher end homes. I think McDonald Highlands, I think it is building some wonderful homes, and the Ridges and some other beautiful places here. So anyway, this is a good article. If you would like, it's in yesterday's paper. If you have an online subscription, you can see it as well. But it's good information for you to have to share with if you're selling in that price range. It's a really good piece of information to have and to carry with you and let, excuse me, or let people make a copy of it. So the high end are just flying off the shelf too, but we only have 17 days of inventory, everybody. 17 days of inventory. We only have 2,063 available single family homes and 203 townhomes. Excuse me, I'm going to cough for a second. My voice is. Okay, hopefully that's better. Frog in my throat for some reason. Must be the weather and the allergies. 396 condos. I didn't record any closings, of course, over the weekend, but my gosh, we put 258 homes under contract this weekend. And we listed though 224. I like it to be the other way around, but we'll take it. It's good. 224 listings really helped us keep at least 17 days of inventory. So the interesting thing is that sellers are selling. And I talked the other day about some strategies you can use for the sellers, and that is using this chart here to remind them of the equity they've gotten, and it might be time to take advantage of that equity and put it into a newer home, take advantage of the lower interest rates, and upgrade or downsize or invest, buy a newer home, or even just get your cash out. So um, it's a great time, great time. And here's another piece of information I wanted to give you today as well. I think that was about it there for today. Yeah. So let's look. There's an amazing home sale tax break that maybe a lot of people don't know about. And single taxpayers, you can on your taxes apply for a $250,000 exclusion. You have to live in the home and you have to have been there for 2 years. But I mean, when you look at the numbers, if you bought a home 10 years ago, you've got $245,000 worth of equity if you purchased, a medium priced home, and you don't have to pay any taxes on it. That's a wonderful thing. And then if you're a married couple, it's 500,000, which is awesome. I mean, it's just awesome. And the other thing is that anything above this excluded amount, right now, you're taxed at capital gains rate of 15 to 20%, depending on your tax bracket. Now, I have heard rumors that the current administration in the White House is going to increase those capital gains taxes. I don't know who all it's going to affect yet. I haven't really delved into the details, but this is something. This little flyer here that I will put it into the group. It might be a good thing to put in your letter if you are sending out mailings. You could put this, on a postcard. It has a copyright. You have to include the copyright. I think it came from Home. Let's see, home.com or betterhome.com. So you have to keep that copyright on it. But it's really amazing when it's amazing to me how many people don't know this. And the reason why they don't know it probably is because they haven't been in a position before to take advantage of it. But now they can. So another reason why $1 million home buyers or sellers are probably selling too. And this would be a great thing to send to them, I would believe, if you want to get into that market. Just an idea. We're full of ideas here. Today, I want to talk about video. We talked about it last week. I'm going to see if I can get my tips up here. So we have, today we're going to talk about, so we talked about the law class. We talked about the stats. We talked about the $1 million homes, and we talked about the market today. Now we're going to go into video tips. And I want to tell you that video. You need to set yourself up for success with these video best practices. And, I get things from many different sources. And I think I like to present them, even though it might sound redundant to you. A lot of these things might resonate with you because of this infographic versus, my list of things to do or what I've gotten from other sources like Mari Smith and Katie Lance and other people. So this is from Buffini. And Buffini says, use your smartphone or webcam to easily create videos to connect and deepen your relationships, as your technique and content matters more than the video equipment. Now, I will tell you that we do have a green room here if you want to use it. Kane will do the videos. He has a teleprompter if you need it, and he will edit it for you. So if you call Kane at 702-990-0480 to schedule a time. It's generally in the afternoon now, everybody, because we have classes in the morning generally. In the afternoon, it's a little bit more quiet. Kane is meticulous when it comes to doing videos for you. And we've shown you a few of them. And maybe tomorrow I'll show you some that he's done just to remind you of how good he is. And, how well he prepares people. So when you're looking at the camera or your phone, make eye contact with the lens in your camera. Don't look at yourself on the screen. And when if it's just you at talking to somebody, that I'll show you some samples tomorrow how hard it is to do. Some really experts, they don't do it. And so to this point, I think sometimes if you're doing a video to somebody, you might hold something up, you know, and their eyes will be on this. You can look in the camera, and you can read. You can read what it says, like I'm doing here, and it's not that important when you to look straight in the camera at that point, So just see what you're doing, and sometimes you want to look right in the. I know Annetta does a great job of looking right into the camera. She's awesome, and so does Erin Mills. And let's see, I think I've seen Charla and Leslie. Leslie was practicing, and she finally, you have to smile and keep your camera at eye level. So that's sometimes not easy to do. For instance, right now, my camera is way up here. It's way up here. It's above my head. So you won't always see me looking up there because I lose connection. And so with myself. And that's important for me. So I have my own style. So everybody has to figure that out. I am going to get a camera, however, finally, that will be a DSLR camera, so that I have more depth of field. Now, I don't think my background looks too bad, but depth of field, they say, is really better. And I'm going to do that. And I can be portable, because right now I can't use my computer at home because my camera broke. So I have to come to the office, and when I have my own camera, then I can do my videos anywhere. So I'm really anxious to do that. Number 3, find a clean and neutral background. Be mindful of what is in the video screen behind you to avoid distracting backgrounds or clutter. So I kind of stage mine with animal things, and nothing that I think looks cluttered. I clean it off when I end up at the back with papers generally during the day. So I clean it off when I come, or before I leave home, so that in the morning it doesn't look too bad. And if you come and use our green screen, of course, then you can put anything in the background. So you should have a canned video that basically says hi to people. And we're going to show you some examples tomorrow. And then use front-facing light, ideally an open window for natural light, and film with your face towards the light source. So now Mari Smith tells us, excuse me, to have a light above your camera, which I do. I have one on the side. I don't really have a light on this side over here, but I have a light over here. It's just too much. And I think a lot of it's because I'm so fair-skinned. I think if you got darker hair or whatever, but my gosh, I would just look like a white blurb if I had too much light. So you have to play around with it. And then a quiet zone. Film in a quiet place with little or no background noise. And if your surroundings are too noisy, use a headset. So I use a headset, and this is a Bose headset. I'm not one that likes those big things that people like to wear. I think it's more for effect sometimes. But I prefer something small. And I am going to get a microphone. I was looking at them over the weekend. Although this really isn't bad. It's Bose. And so, the little microphone is here. I could clip it up here if I wanted to, but for the most part, when I replay my videos and I have Kane look at them, he says they're fine. So, but you need to listen to yourself, because you don't want to sound too tinny, and you don't want to sound echo, and just play around with it. And then personalize the message. Use you and I language. So, shout out to hey, Frank, how you doing today? Just wondering how you're navigating through this tumultuous market that we're having. And it is homes are flying off the shelf like toilet paper. Good to talk to you. And I'll pop by sometime in the next month. to see you, something like that. That's a very personalized, I mean, I just did it off the cuff, but I mentioned Frank and what I was going to do and that I was going to see them. That was kind of my thought process. And then if it is a group announcement, user-friendly greetings such as "Hi, friend," or "Great to see you," to make the message more personal. So they really don't know that you're doing it and sending it out to a group. They think that you're talking directly to them because you said, "Hi, friend." Um, and then most importantly, be yourself and project your energy and focus into the video message. So I'm going to put this up into the group. It's from Buffini. And then we're going to go on today to get a little bit deeper into video. And I'll tell you what I'm really excited about is Buffini is getting into video, and social media. For years, that was not his thing. He still says that social media should be where you spend 15% of your time. And I think you can spend a little bit more time than 15%, especially if you're only doing 2 hours a day. I don't think that, well, maybe 30 minutes to do your 5, 5, 5, and 5 and do a personalized video. But I think personalized videos are eventually going to be right up there with personal notes. That's where I think we're headed. So let's look at this. This is, let's see here. Let me get to the first page. The power of video marketing. This is page 1. 76% of businesses reporting video as their most important type of content in 2020. And this increased from 71% in 2019 to 76% in 2020. And then 83% of marketers see video becoming even more important to their organization. Listen to this, 216% increase in people watching videos on smartphones. So what we have to remember, everybody, is to caption. We'll talk about captioning tomorrow. Facebook, if you do a Facebook Live, they caption it for you. But then if you download it, the captions aren't there. So you have to be mindful of that. But I told you about a site called rev.com, and they caption it for $1.25 a minute. So if you do a video, and I recommend over time, not counting the intro video, but over time you do like a 3-minute video to get more engagement. And then 66% of people, there's a 66% increase in people watching video on computers. I like to watch videos on computers versus my phone, but that's just for me, for my eyes. The older you get, it's eye strain, and I'm blessed that I can walk out of here without glasses on, and I wear glasses when I want to read, and I wear these glasses, and I'll tell you why I wear these glasses. For the most number one thing is that they are coated to keep the ultraviolet rays out, because eventually that can cause eye damage, and I don't have the strongest eyes, I've been told. So we're always watching. More time spent at home meant more time watching videos in 2020. And so during the pandemic, it did a lot of things to help us, and it got people used to watching videos, and now they expect it, and now they're entertained by it. So you have to remember that. So let's move on. Reasons to bring video to your business. Basic stuff. Video is a great tool to add to your real estate marketing strategy right now. Yes, anyone can do it. Smartphones and webcams make it easy to create and share video on the spot. Number 2, it's more personal, like a personal note. Video expresses a sentiment that's hard to replicate by email, text, or even phone. It creates an opportunity for connection and real conversations. I love that. Number 3, and then make a lasting impression. Your videos stand out and differentiate you from among the influx of emails and texts people receive. And the clients will remember this. And, not everybody's doing this. So you will stand out among the crowd, and that's what you want to do. All right, so here's some tips, messaging tips. You will want to keep a few things in mind to ensure your video looks polished and professional. So, lights, avoid filming with your back to a window. For best results, keep the light source in front of you. So you always want to have the light source in front of you. However, if you've listened to Mari Smith when we had her on last year, she has a window behind her. She lives in San Diego and she has a window behind her, 6 feet behind her, however, and she has a DSLR camera. I don't know why I can't remember that. So that she has depth of field. So if like I don't have any light behind me, I don't have the overhead lights on because it would just blur me out. So you have to be careful about ring lights are great. Then they give you an added glow. And so I have a little camera here to the side, and I follow Mari Smith's suggestions on her gear list to use this, which has a tint on it to kind of wash out. People say I don't have wrinkles. I have them. You just can't see them. It's the light. And then outdoor recordings can provide soft, natural light that looks great on screen. And then, of course, depending on the weather and the time of day. So, photographers always want to capture the best image of you. And you need to be mindful of capturing the best image of whatever you're going to video, whether it's you, a house, or whatever it is. And you really have to do a run through if you're doing a house. I saw somebody do a house the other day, and sometimes we were just seeing pictures of the ceiling, which I mean, but at least somebody's doing it, right? And when they watch it, they'll learn, and the next time it'll be perfect. And I always say, go to Pinky Nose Naples and watch how she does her videos. She and her husband have it down to a science, and that's the other thing. Taking someone with you so that you don't always have to be concerned about holding the camera. And I told Annetta, I think it was Friday, I said, Annetta, we need to get a videographer. We can share it, because we both do a lot of videos, and it would be nice to have somebody else as a producer or the videographer. It's a lot to do sometimes, especially if you're doing an open house, if you want to really do a nice personalized video of, a home you just listed, or home that you want to do it. If you have I know Pinky did a video not long ago where she actually, what did she do? The walkthrough. So she sold a condo to people who couldn't come down for the walkthrough. So they did a video walkthrough. And I thought that was brilliant. So if your buyer can't be there for the walkthrough, do a video walkthrough. All righty. So camera. Start with your smartphone or laptop web. No need to invest in an expensive video camera. Now, I've been doing videos, hundreds of videos, and without an expensive camera. I'm going to spend about $500, and I'm going to get a camera where I can have some depth of field, and it can be mobile with me, and some other features that I like. Center yourself in the frame and set your camera at eye level. Now, if I was at eye level right now, I would be like way up there because, like I said, my camera's up here on my computer. So, and I know the Mac camera, and if you have a laptop, it might be a little easier, but it works for me, right? It works. But try to center yourself, and you want some headroom, but you don't want to be way down here, So I try to keep about that much headroom. And of course, I go by Mari Smith because she's one of the best when it comes to doing live videos and video equipment and canned videos. And then keep your eyes about 2/3 up the frame for some headroom. So, I could probably come up a little higher, but with the way my setup is in my office, I can't. At home, I can. But anyway, that's a good tip. Action. Look into the camera lens, not at yourself in the screen, so the viewer feels like you're talking directly to them. And again, depending on whether you're just doing a message like, hi, Frank, hi, Karen. I'm looking right now, I'm looking right into the camera. But look at this. And then I have my glasses I have to consider. So play around with it, everybody. These are just guidelines. And then know what you're going to say, but avoid sounding scripted. Right. Now, what I like to do, what I've learned from doing all these videos with you all every day, is it's good if I have something on the screen, because then you can also read it, and I'm going to post it for you. So I'm really reading it, but I'm not scripted. I still put in my 2 cents here and there. And then down at the bottom, it says the next level tip: consider investing in a tripod, light, and microphone for your smartphone. They are user-friendly and affordable, under $50, and could noticeably increase the quality of your video. So I'm going to make a note here to put Mari Smith's video list grid in the group. Okay, so I'm going to put the list in the group. I'm going to write myself a note right now. Video gear. And she's got all types. She's got everything from expensive, less expensive, not so expensive, and doing everything with your phone, which is the least expensive. So I will put that in the group. We talked about it 4 or 5 months ago, and maybe you weren't ready then, so we'll do it again. All righty. Video messaging to your clients. Aha. Okay. So if you're stuck on what to send, here's some ideas. And we went over ideas on Friday, and these are somebody else's ideas today. Those were my ideas and Katie's on Friday, and today this is some Buffini ideas. So send to referrals, or before you go on an appointment with a new buyer or seller. So it's a client introduction. And so you can use their name and introduce yourself. Say, hi, Frank, I'm bringing Karen by to show your house today. Just giving you a heads up, looking forward to seeing you. Talk to you soon. Call me if you need me. So anyway, something like that. And here's another one. I'm excited to meet you. You're in excellent hands, and I look forward to serving you. So if you are giving a referral, like, hey, Frank, I'm excited to meet you, and you're in excellent hands, and I look forward to serving you. And Karen, thank you for giving Frank as a referral to me. I really appreciate it, and we'll give him the same professional care and service that we gave you. Something like that. Again, this is a client that you got from a referral. Okay, Karen gave Frank to me. I'm thanking Karen in a video. I think that's a great idea. And then market updates, quick, impactful local market updates to send monthly or quarterly to a larger group. And we do those every day. You get, I am not always putting these into the group, but I try to put at least one a week in the group so that you have one current stats. As time goes on, and I teach, we have a new person here, and he's been doing a lot of my video repurposing. And one of the things I'm going to have him do is put some of these assets into the group for me, so I don't have to worry about doing it, and you'll get them every day. That's my goal on my goal list, my priority for May. And then you can cut out and send clips from a longer market update video or Facebook Live that you recorded. So that's another thing that you can do. And tomorrow we're going to show you some interesting ways to do that. So you can say, here are some quick stats you should know about today's market. If you're thinking of selling, now is the time. And then holiday greetings. So what's coming up, everybody? We have Mother's Day, and we have Cinco de Mayo, right? We have happy Cinco de Mayo. Those are some Popeyes that Buffini has in his resource section, and they're pretty cool. Short message to your database about an upcoming holiday or special occasion. I mean, everybody has a mother. Come on, everybody has a mother, so you can certainly send out a happy Mother's Day. And then keep your messages fun and show your personality. Now, this one's more for Christmas time, not the one I just cited. So this says, Season's greetings. With the holidays approaching, I want to wish you and your family a joyful holiday and a happy new year. You can say, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And there's lots of places you can go on Google to find out phrases to say to a mother that's not your mother, right? So, anyway, just do GTS, Google that stuff. And then content previews. Preview the content in your monthly item of value or e-report. Now, that is really cool. Let's see, did we do that? Here we go. Relocating just got easier. This is an item of value, and it's something that you can talk about. Like we said earlier, you can actually, put it on the screen and talk about it. One of the reasons why I like BeLive is because it knows to reverse the text. It knows to make it show up like not like a mirror. So, and this is really a lot of good information about relocating. So you can preview that content in your monthly item of value or e-report. Tell them where to find the new content and why it is helpful. And tomorrow we're going to show you how to do that. With Agent Formula, we have landing pages, and what I've learned is that a lot of people don't use them because they don't know how to. So tomorrow we're going to show you how to use them. You can feature the video, send somebody the video. You can get their email address if they want the item of value. They can click on the link. They can go and pull it up as a PDF so they can download it. And once they do that, it'll tell them thank you, and then you can direct them somewhere else. So it has a lot of moving parts, and it's really cool. I like it much, much better than BombBomb. I think BombBomb isn't the greatest thing in the world. A lot of people use it. I know Pinky uses it. But there's other ways to accomplish the same thing and have some more freedoms and not have to pay the money. I mean, if you use Agent Formula's back-end landing pages, you don't have to pay BombBomb. So it saves you money. Time, energy, systems, right? We have a system. Saves you sanity, time, energy, and money. And then keep an eye on your mailbox for some helpful information on how to plan the perfect renovation project. So that might be because you sent them that renovation item of value, and then you want to tell them that you emailed it to them. Email's coming back. I'm sure you've heard me say that. Okay, now let's see next what we're doing. Ta-da, check-ins. And I think I want to go to this one. Okay. Instead of a text, send a personalized video to check in with your clients for birthdays or in general. Share something from your last interaction and provide value with a tip. Hi, Frank. Wanted to check in and see how you're doing. Hope the kids are adjusting to their new school routine. If there's anything I can do, let me know. And then a follow-up. If you just dropped off a pop-by or hosted a client event, send a short video message to those clients as a follow-up, and close with asking for referrals. Hi, Frank. Just dropped off a little something at your door. My way of saying thanks for an amazing person to work with you've been. If you've got a friend or family member in the market, I'd be happy to take care of them. That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Thank yous. So after a client sends you a referral, email or text them a quick video message to show your gratitude. And be sure to also send a personal note or appreciation gift too. Hi, Karen. You may have received my note already, but I wanted to thank you again for referring me to Frank. We had our first call yesterday, and I can't wait to help him find his dream home. Or a business network. Video messaging is a great way to stay in touch with your business relationships, and you can invite them to lunch, share ideas, or just say hi to keep the relationship fresh. And here's a thought for everybody today, a little Ruthie tip. I think that there's Donut Day in May or June. What if you sent out a video message and told everybody that you were going to buy them a donut? And now invite 10 or 15 people, whatever it is, if they come to XYZ donut shop between 2 and 5 on Donut Day. And so you put that out to everybody. And then you have to sit there for 3 hours in the donut shop, right? And buy everybody a donut. and video what they're some things that they're saying or doing. Then the next day or a few days later, you say, thanks everybody for joining me. Here's some short clips of how much fun we were having. And if you didn't make it, we'll do it again. I'll find another reason to get together with you, something like that, because a lot of people might not show up, but once you start doing it, and that's it's everything is the first step, right? So the first time you do it, people might not show up, a lot of people, but the next time you do it, guess what? More people will show up, and the next time you do it, more people will show up. So anyway, we'll have to look at the calendar, and then I like the donut thing because you can say, and if do not miss my next free treat. Donut, right? Do not. I don't know. I think you could do a play on words with that one. We'll see. Okay, and then next. Sharing your videos. Okay, so this is the last thing. Sharing videos is the most important part. And we talked about all the 14 steps of distribution the other day. So email, embed your link to your video into your marketing emails to further engage clients and make your communication stand out. You can do that several ways. Social media, of course, you know that you post your videos on social media, or you do them on social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram. I'm not such a Twitter fan. Just saying, it's too noisy for me. And you can also share them directly through direct messaging. I mean, that's so cool. And then you can text message a video, shorter personalized videos with a brief description of what's the video all about. You could just say, I just sent the Las Vegas Market Watch. Please check your email. Sometimes you might have to check your spam or junk. Don't miss this exciting information about this market frenzy we're having, something like that in a text. And then and you know what, everybody, you don't have to do this to all your database every time. We send out that Las Vegas Market Watch every month. So if you have 100 people in your database, hopefully, right, send 8 a month, just 8 a month, and you will have covered your whole database in a year. Just sending a little text saying, check your email. I just sent out the Las Vegas Market Watch, and whatever else you want to say in there. So text messaging is becoming really big. And then the business website, of course. A brief welcome or introduction under the About Me on your website is a great way to show clients your personality and how hard you work. So you can direct message them that link from your website that is the About Me page. And great, these are great tips today. Sharing your video is, the like, what does Gary Vee say? Hold on, where is it? My phone. Guess what? The biggest distribution device vehicle ever invented, and it's free. So there you go. Love everybody. Class today 10 to 1 on contracts, and then law class Wednesday 9 to noon on what's going on in the legislature. Don't miss it. Sign up at bee.vegas, and we will be back tomorrow, and we will be showing you how to do some things tomorrow, like how to create a landing page. And if you don't have a landing page, if you have a website and don't need an agent formula website, but you do need a landing page system, there's no system cheaper than ours. So you could just subscribe, and it works fantastic. Talk to y'all soon. Love you. Bye-bye.